I feel like kind of like the telenovela type shit, the fairy tale type shit. And it's like, it ain't fucking really like that. It's not. I feel like that's how I kind of seen boys, right? And I feel like when I was younger, like I always aspired to like find the boy or find the man that like I'm gonna marry and like have kids and spend the rest of my life with. And I feel like that's how I kind of saw boys and relationships as.
Yeah, and I think in telenovelas, it's always like a completely different world. Either a rich guy, poor girl that come together, se
Yes.
casan and everything.
Yeah. Like I remember when it was summers, my sister and I had to stay home because my parents were working. They would like stock us up with like a bunch of food, like, fucking cup of noodles and big bags of like tortilla chips and like a can of nacho cheese. And I remember eating cup of noodles, thinking I was eating a fancy ass dinner with my boyfriend that didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And I was a little girl, like fucking watching PBS Kids and imagining this type of shit. And I felt like I always kind of like dreamed of like, finding a guy that I could love and he could love me and we can have this relationship. And I feel like a lot of it had to do with, telenovelas, shit that I was watching and kind of like gender norms, right? Where it's like, oh, la mujer is only looking for like a man who could love her and take care of her and be a happy family. And I feel like that's how I viewed relationships.
Thing. I think it's also a trip. When it comes to telenovelas, the story's kind of almost very identical.
Oh, yeah.
Destilando amor, al diablo con los guapos, all this stuff. Like, there's always like that villain that wants to take your man, this and that. There's so much drama before you all can be together and be happy and live that happily ever after. But when it comes to like American like ideal relationships that we see on like Cinderella movies and all of this, it's also like a different version of how you like lead to happiness with your loved one.